You gotta let those thoughts go. Comparison is the thief of joy. What's for you will be for you. So you don't really have to worry about all of the things that other people have and what other people are doing. That's the big thing. Your brand and your business is not what other people's brand and business is. When you make content, you make your content. When you go to work every day, you don't turn in someone else's work. When you go to school, you don't turn in someone else's work. They even penalize you for that. They penalize you for plagiarism. In the real world, you get penalized for plagiarism too. And the penalty is, as you give up your brand and identity to be someone else, you're essentially selling who you are for whatever you believe being someone else will bring you. Who said you can't use gaming to encourage people? Who said you can't use gaming to teach people the ways? Not me. Welcome to the new episode of Gems and Gaming. Get ready as we log in to share some life wisdom and put you on game. Let's get it. Yo, what's going on, y'all? So, I'm just gonna stick to playing Skyrim. Fallout's cool. Skyrim's just better. It's easier. Let's just stick with what we know, man. There's no point in making it too complicated. I might be on Skyrim for a minute just because there's so many things to do in this game, and I feel like it's just the perfect game to have conversations with. If y'all see me swap characters later at some point when I'm playing this, because that's just how I play. I get bored with the same character. And I know y'all probably like this too. Y'all have lore for all your characters. My aunt taught me that. When I was a kid, she played Diablo 2. And that's kind of what got me into games, honestly. I watched her play Diablo 2. And she was just speaking about how all her characters, she just loves them all. So when she plays like hardcore mode, when your character dies once, that's it for them. She was very passionate about it. So, I'm kind of like that, honestly, as I play stuff like Skyrim. Like, I might switch up the characters, but I have their own little lore in my head. But I'm coming to tell y'all something based off of something I've just experienced recently, which, try to explain this as eloquently as possible. And I'll play around with the title like we always do. But today's Gems and Gaming is, taking your foot off the gas is only hurting you. Let me tell y'all what I mean. So, if you're not familiar with who I am, what I do, I have a business called Pitch Play Co. The concept is business is a game and we teach people how to play. I started this business in 2022, so as of the time of this recording, it's been 4 years or so since I started this business. I am, I would say, an expert in early stage entrepreneurship. I could talk to anybody who's trying to start their business and build their brand, what they can do to get better. That's the whole point of my career coaching agency, Pitch Play. And recently, I just had a speaking engagement that went very, very, very well. Extremely well. And this speaking engagement was not really anything different than what I'm used to doing on a daily basis. If you ever listen to me, I talk a lot about having a routine. How just being yourself is really the best thing to do in the game of business. And a lot of people are like, why? I don't understand how. Like, no, my mom told me to don't pursue this dream, pursue that dream, or don't do this, pursue that. A lot of us kind of go through that just as human beings. A lot of people telling us that who we are really isn't the best thing to be. Now, here I am coming to tell you that's not true. I'll tell you why it's not true. Because 4 calendar years, and having my business, everything that I did prior to owning that business created a brand or an identity that wasn't mine. It was what everyone else or what the world told me would be acceptable. And that brand died, and what replaced that obsolete brand is my own personal experiences, life, identity. It's who I am just became the brand that I put forward every day. And that's how I was able to build my business. So I'm telling you straight up, I'm getting paid for being me. And that's the life I think we all kind of aspire to be. Because, the more all of us become more ourselves and get paid for being ourselves, we would judge less, we would give more. Like, your mentality is just different because you know how hard it is to make it just being yourself. So you have more empathy for other people. Hopefully you're not selfish and, willing to step on someone else's shoulders or back and not help pull them up. Like, just in my experience, from everything I've dealt with to how far it took for me to get to where I've gotten, and I still have a long ways to go at the current moment, I feel really, really just inspired and motivated to inspire and motivate. You know what I'm saying? I am not trying to, like, make everything I say sound kind of. I'm not trying to make it seem like I just got bars for days. I'm not doing this for clickbait or anything like that. I'm just telling you from the life that I live and the experiences that I have. Who you are is way, way better than any fake identity you can carve up for yourself or for someone can give to you. I've seen people with far less, far happier than people with what you would think is quote unquote everything. Money. I want to guess. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I thought there was like statues. But I'll say I'm going to guess they're alive. But yeah, that's my TED Talk on it. And I'm having speaking engagements. Excuse me. It's probably so weird that I keep my sneezes in the edits. And my, excuse me, my pleasantries also. But yeah, it's fine. I want y'all to know that I'm a real person. So yeah, long story short, based off of getting paid for my recent speaking engagements and me being myself and me just pitch play my brand and business getting bigger and stronger, I am now just super confident in making sure that you guys understands that, I know you probably want to give up, because trust me, so did I. Plenty of times. I probably tried 1,000 times, searching for different jobs, trying to offer the business for money, which in and of itself feels really good to know that a portion of your brand people would pay for while you're still building it. Okay, I'm going to assume. But at the same time, I guess that's what selling out is, right? If If I want to make it being myself, I probably shouldn't sell the brand that's supposed to be a reflection of me. Let's see here. So it just says retrieve the shards. Doesn't appear that I can. Is this one of those things where I gotta have an item on? Let's keep exploring somewhere else. But over here though. But I'm just like really, really happy with. Oh, he was alive. He just couldn't hear me because my sneak is so good. Is that my companion? Is that Jazargo? That is my boy. I thought he was cooked. I thought we lost him. My boy Jazargo is alive and well. But yeah, like I truly, truly am just honored and grateful for like the people that follow the YouTube channel and subscribe. It's me being myself. The people that support our business, it's me being ourselves. Just everything that I've been working on in the past few years is being a better version of myself. And it was a lot harder than I thought because a lot of it is rediscovering who I am, and I gave up a lot. I think I gave up a lot of who I am to like make it far in life, which now I'm having to give up everything that I gotten, or I had to give up everything I've gotten from chasing things that don't bring me peace and happiness. And I've discovered that where it is scary, and you would imagine like, oh, I can't quit my job or start over. I can't start over and get a new position in this age or whatever. I truly, truly can tell you that yes, you can. Yes, it's scary, but you're gonna have to do a lot for. You're gonna have to do a lot to get it done, to get to a point that you'll feel confident about, and you're gonna want to quit a lot. Trust me, I know I did. I probably do way too much, just thinking about like, oh man, things are getting hard. When I was working in tech, I was making this amount of money. When I was doing this, I was fine here. You gotta let those thoughts go. Comparison is the thief of joy. What's for you will be for you. So you don't really have to worry about all of the things that other people have and what other people are doing. That's the big thing. Your brand and your business is not what other people's brand and business is. When you make content, you make your content. When you go to work every day, you don't turn in someone else's work. When you go to school, you don't turn in someone else's work. They even penalize you for that. They penalize you for plagiarism. In the real world, you get penalized for plagiarism too. And the penalty is, as you give up your brand and identity to be someone else, you're essentially selling who you are for whatever you believe being someone else will bring you. That's a huge penalty. You don't think it is? It is. Let's trust me. Take it from someone that had to refine themselves after starting his own, thinking I was hot stuff, thinking I was him. Man, I had to rediscover who I was. You rediscover like the amount of grace you give other people too, because when you try not to be who you are, you kind of give permission to some people to make fun of that person that you're giving up, and you tolerate it, and you're like, all right, ha ha ha, that's funny, Jackson or Joe or whatever. Oh, that's so funny. Making fun of me. Making fun of me, Big Nose McGee here. And in reality, you know it hurts you. Well, you willing to say it doesn't hurt or it doesn't bother you because you feel like you gave up that person. Oh, okay. That was such a jerk move, bro. Funnier that I survived more than anything, but we'll take it. Since I'm the main character of this, oh no. Oh no. Okay. I hear noise. Look at this man. You good, big dog? Where you going? Let me talk to you real quick. Okay, so let's figure this out. Hey, you ever? I don't know if y'all hoop like, if y'all game like this, but when you try to figure something out and it don't work, I just go straight to Google. I think I got this. This is the sun. This is easy. Or light. Might be Earth, right? No, this is Earth right here. There's the two mountains. Wait, hold on. I saw one was like a little squiggly. This is water for sure. Yeah, we're gonna for sure call this Earth. And that means, watch out. That means this is air. I think that's right. Alright, so now let's enter the secret chamber. What we can do is just finish this. And as we finish this off, this could be the end of the gems in gaming. So basically, just don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Like, who you are is actually enough. I don't know what I'm gonna name the title, but because stuff doesn't or wasn't working at some times or at some points, I would just take my foot off the gas. And I ain't gonna wake up early this morning and work out, or I'm not gonna record content today, man. Who's watching? People not gonna see. Or if I do a speaking engagement, people are looking at me with eyes of like curiosity, and then I would feel low because I just know I'm nowhere near where I feel like I'm going to be. And I don't want to say it hurts, but it is like a slow grind, and I get it. Trust me. I get it more than anything. But you got it. Alright, he's summoning his boys. Summon my homie right here. Summon my homie, but let me talk to Buddy real quick. Yeah, let's just talk to Buddy. I can't remember what difficulty this is on. I think it's on one of the highest, but it might be time to go to the highest, because I think this guy has one of the masks that I want. It's like the dragon mask or dragonborn mask or something like that. Where are you going? Why y'all in the corner? Look, my homie in the back. They got him scared. Got him hiding in the corner. Okay. Okay, they just gonna stand in the corner. I also realized I don't use my powers nearly nowhere close to what I should be using my powers for. But that's what I mean by the game being kind of easy now. I'm not mad at it. I'm just, could be a little harder. Come here, bro. Let me talk to you. You're fine. Magic's okay. Using my bow and arrow seems to be better. If my aim was better with the magic, I probably like it more. Let me talk to you. Where you at? Buddy right here. Let me talk to you. Alright. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Yeah, I'm just letting y'all know from first-hand experience the person that you are, the person that you were meant to be. I would advise you to keep on keeping on, keep on pushing, keep on perfecting your craft, keep on defining your purpose, keep on becoming a better version of yourself. You're going to like the results. I promise you're going to like the results. And then you're going to, one day, bro. Even through the close calls, even through the times where you're like, oh, this is it, or I thought it was over. You're going to be surprised when you survive it and live to tell about it and show people the proof. Like, look, I can survive. The gate is open elsewhere. Yeah, I assumed I shouldn't have went back this way. I'm not sure exactly how I get out, but we'll figure it out. And as we figure it out, that'll be the last thing we do today. It's telling me to go. The special ability is telling me to go out the other way, but I'm sure Skyrim always does this where they put like an exit in every room, every boss battle. And I just fought Buddy. Oh, I didn't take his mask though. Did I fight Buddy in here? I did. Yeah. Let me go ahead and take his mask. Oh, he doesn't have one of the... Oh, that sucks. I thought he had a mask that I was looking for. He does not. He did not. Damn. Sorry, big homie. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's good enough to call it a day. What we can do is check up here and see if there is an exit. Oh my goodness. Well, if it's not, then that means that I do have to go out the traditional way, which is fine. It's not a problem. I can do that. Yeah. All right. We'll call it a day. Listen, man, y'all take it easy. God bless.